In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create any Blender model, preferably low poly, into a paper model. As you can see, these triangles are quite big, which makes it easy to fold and paste. So if you want to make some cool models with paper, keep watching.
So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up here into Edit, you're going to select Preferences, and once here you'll see a little tab here called Add-ons. Click on that. You're going to see this little search bar here. Within it you are going to type paper, and you will see an option called Import, Export, Export Paper Model. You're going to select this little checkbox here, and you're going to close the window. Then you select the object you want to create the paper model for. Go up here into File, select Export, and you have this new option here called Paper Model. You name it what you want to. I'm going to call it Mask. Then you go up here to Export Paper Model. It is as easy as that. Right? Wrong, because the thing is, if you open the PDF file, you will see a complete mess. This is because the computer is trying to figure out how to represent it on a flat piece of paper, and it cannot because it is completely stupid. So, what you have to do is, you have to tell the computer how to make the cuts. And how you do that is, you select the object, go up here, you select the object, you go up here into edit mode, and you select up here vertex select. So, to make a cut, you are going to select at least 2 vertices. If you select this one here and hold down Shift and select the next one, you'll make a nice little line between the 2 vertices. You then have to press Ctrl E, and you see this option here called Mark Seam. You press that and it makes this nice little line over here. So you just have to break up your object into pieces that you can assemble. So just to show you an example here, we can select multiple vertices and press Ctrl E again and press Mark Seam, and we have a complete piece over here. It's a nice little triangle. So what you're going to do is you're going to save the document and go back into object mode over here, select the object, go to File, just like before, Export Paper Model. Once we go back into the PDF, you will see not a triangle, because the thing is, you can't represent this piece here on a flat piece of paper. So the computer is a little smart that it can figure out that it has to split that piece into these 2 pieces here. But you are smarter than the computer. What you do is you put it in a format that can be represented on a flat piece of paper. You select the vertices you want to undo, you press Ctrl E, you choose Clear Seam, and we make a new seam over here, Ctrl E, Mark Seam, and here. You save the model, you export it again, as a paper model. You have to close the PDF first. You export it again as a paper model, and we open it once more. Now you can see this piece over here represents the piece that we have cut it out over here. So that can be represented on a flat piece of paper, and we can continue. So this will be a trial and error process, or you can just think in your head what can be represented on a flat piece of paper. Now through trial and error like we just did, you will come across, well, I've come across this configuration right here. So this can be represented on a flat piece of paper, this. Over here we have a little piece here, this one that goes around the chin, and the left side. And just to demonstrate that this can be represented on a flat piece of paper, we select the object, we go to File, again, Export, Paper Model. Once you open the PDF file, you will see that all the pieces are now separated into what are called islands. Each one of these islands have their own unique number, which are used in the first number within one of these flaps. So if you see here, we have the number 1:4. That means that the fourth edge of the first island will be pasted onto this flap here. So now we look for an island. So down here you can see that this is island number 1, and right here is edge number 4. This edge number 4 will be pasted onto this flap right here. Now the question is, how are we going to fold these pieces? If we zoom in here, we will see that this line over here is not the same as this line over here. That is because they are folded differently. This one is folded inwards and this one is folded outwards.
Now, as you can see here, we have the lines that I've shown you before. It's the line with the dot pattern, and the line with the small line dot pattern. So the line with the dot pattern is the one that you fold outwards, which is, once you've folded it, the line is still visible on the outside. That is outward folding. The inward folding is the line dot pattern. So once you've folded it, it should be inside the fold. So once you've folded each seam, your piece of paper will start to take shape and you can start pasting it together with other pieces.
Okay, so I would just like to draw your attention to two more things. The first thing is the scaling. Let's say I was to export this model, again as a paper model, down here by the scale. You can see it says scale 1, 1.0. That means it is exactly the size as it was designed for. And it says down here the largest island is roughly 1.2s of a page. That means that the largest island can be fitted onto a page, meaning it will be a 1:1 scale, exactly the size you designed it for. Let's say, for instance, we were to take up the scale to 2, and we applied the scale, and we went to export it once again. Over here, it automatically makes the scale smaller, so it's half the size basically now when there's a 2 there. And it says the largest island can still be fitted on, but it is to a smaller scale. If we were to make this a 1:1 scale, you'd see that an island is roughly 1.6 times bigger than a page. So either you would have to, if you wanted to keep it at that size, you would have to make these portions that you are cutting smaller, so you could fit it onto a page. And then the second thing is just that you have to make sure that all your faces are flat. So what I mean by that is, if you work with triangles, they will always be flat. There's no way that a triangle can be bent. But if you are working with squares, say for instance here, if this square isn't perfectly flat, if we were to move this vertex over here, you can see that it is not flat. If I was to export it as a paper model, you would say the model contains 1 twisted polygons. The fenders are selected and you can use triangulate to fix them. So basically the solution is within that statement. So if I was to go into edit mode, and then I would see obviously this one's bent, we would add a modifier and we would go to triangulate. This is the lazy man's way to fix it. Obviously you could have made the triangles go this way, one here and one there, but this just automatically fixes it for you. So you would go into object mode to apply it, and if we were to export it once again, we would have no errors. And that's it. So that's the end of this tutorial, guys. I'll share a link to the Blender file and the PDF file if anyone wants to use it. Let me know in the comment section if you found this useful, and if you've made anything, share a link to the picture. I would love to see your creations. Alright, till next time, guys. Cheers.